Alexis commits Kristina to psych ward. Desperate move to block murder arrest. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital sees Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, realizes something must be done, or else Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Muncy, could be set up for a life in prison on a multiple murder attempt charge. We're going to talk about how Alexis and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, may commit Kristina to Shady Brook Psychiatric Hospital as a preemptive move to avoid serious criminal charges against their daughter. So, right now, Kristina actually thinks she's in the clear, that she got away with it because she thinks only she and Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, know that she slashed Rick's brake lines. And at first, Lucky ranted at Kristina and said she went too far. She needed to pay for her actions for nearly killing Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst. But eventually, and insanely, Lucky came around and concluded that Kristina going to prison really isn't going to help anybody. So Lucky agreed to cover for her. But it's not going to be that easy. Already, Ava Jerome, Maura West, knows that Kristina caused Rick Lansing's, Rick Hurst, and Liz's near-fatal accident. And she told Rick as well. So, as of right now, Kristina thinks she can hide the fact that she caused Rick's accident. But remember, Ava went down to the impound lot, asked questions, and had the vehicle checked out and was told the brake lines were cut. Then later, Lucky went to retrieve Liz's wallet from the SUV and was told the vehicle had been destroyed. Now, first of all, Lucky might have gone down there asking just to see if there was any evidence against Kristina. He may or may not have really been trying to get something for Liz. And second, I 100% doubt that Rick's SUV has been destroyed. I think Ava put it somewhere for safekeeping and as leverage so that nobody else could have it destroyed. Ava knows Kristina cut those brake lines because nobody else wants either her or Rick dead. And Ava mentioned that Rick was parked in her spot and how similar the SUVs are. Plus, he saw Kristina at the crash site when there was no reason for her to be there. And Rick wanted to call the cops. He'd love to put Sonny's and Alex's daughter in prison. But Ava got other ideas. She's seeing dollar signs. And of course, she's so deep in debt, as we all know. Spoilers this week say that Ava thinks the slashed brake lines equal a payday. And she may be right. So Sonny or Alexis or both may get a visit from Ava, where she lays it all out and says, "Pay off my debt, or your daughter's going down." Already, Sonny offered to pay Ava's IRS debts, but only if he took back custody of their daughter, Avery Jerome Corinthos, Scorola twins. And Alexis basically laughed in Ava's face about a loan, and then told Valentine Casadine, James Patrick Stewart, she's thrilled that Ava lost the divorce settlement and is broke. But rather than Alexis, I think it's going to be Ava who gets the last laugh because Kristina has come unhinged. Love or hate her, this has turned out to be a great situation for Ava. This week, Alexis turns to Diane Miller Carolyn Hennessy and may confide in her that Kristina tried to kill Ava and in doing so, nearly killed Rick and Elizabeth. We're going to see Diane tell a tearful Alexis that it's time to take drastic action, because not only is there the chance that Kristina left fingerprints on Rick's SUV when she cut the brake lines, but he saw Kristina's at the crash site, which means her alibi is garbage. Plus, her bartender didn't see her, so it was already shaky. And when Ava goes looking for her big payday, well, it turns out she has actual concrete video proof. As I expected, yes, there were security cameras in the parking garage. And yes, Kristina is caught on tape cutting the brake lines. Even if Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, goes in and deletes the tape, it's too late. Ava's already got it. The good news for Kristina, Sonny, and Alexis is that Ava wants money more than she wants to see Kristina behind bars. Ava's in that serious financial bind. And since everybody survived the accident, she might let it slide if Sonny and Slash or Alexis pay her debts and make sure they get Kristina under control so nothing like this happens again. So I suspect Diane may advise Alexis to proactively put Kristina into Shady Brook Psychiatric Hospital for a couple of reasons. First, in case Ava changes her mind and presses charges, they would have the groundwork for a temporary insanity defense in court. Second, and the bigger issue, Kristina really needs some mental health assistance. She's been fixated on Ava lying to herself and anybody who will listen when she said Ava shoved her out the window of the Metro Court. We've seen Kristina's memories, and she just knows that's not true, but she keeps repeating it to herself to kind of try and, gaslight herself, I guess, is the best way to say it. She needs to blame Ava to avoid her own guilty feelings and accountability for the part she played in that tragic accident for the death of the baby that she was planning to steal from her sister Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos. So, there's a whole lot of messiness and anger and anxiety all swirling around in Kristina's head. This all needs to be addressed. I have no doubt Sunny and Alexis are going to be horrified that Kristina actually tried to kill Ava. And for many years, even up to this year, we've heard her mention it. Alexis worries about Sunny's influence on their daughter. And this casual disregard for human life horrifies Alexis, because Kristina thought murder was a viable option. She didn't even hesitate. She just did it. And Alexis may finally see that Kristina needs serious professional help and goes ahead and commits her daughter. And there's a spoiler for later this week that says Kristina pleads with Sunny on General Hospital. So Kristina may be begging him to not let Alexis commit her to Shady Brook. However, Sunny may also see that it's for the best. Otherwise, he knows Rick and Ava are going to come for Kristina. And don't forget, Ada Turner promised Anna Devane, Finola Hughes. She's coming for her and her criminal buddies, and that includes Sunny and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and everybody associated with them. And the ADA might take this opportunity to throw the book at Kristina as part of Sunny's family. Plus, Molly works for Ada Turner. And Molly is going to find out that Kristina is the reason Rick almost died, and Molly is going to lose it when she does. So, Alexis may also think sending Kristina preemptively to Shady Brook may diffuse some of Molly's anger. However, I think that Molly may think Kristina should do some hard time at Pentonville, and Shady Brook is not enough of a punishment. With May sweeps kicking off April 24th, this is all about to blow up, and Alexa's only shot to keep her daughter out of prison may be to put her in the psych ward instead. And don't forget, this Kristina drama may be too much for Sunny's heart. Her murderous antics may cause Sunny to have another cardiac spell and collapse. I recently did a video on Sunny possibly being the first patient treated at the Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charlson, Cardiac Care Center, and Kristina's legal troubles and mental health issues may be what triggers Sunny's final collapse. So, we'll see what Alexis does when she finds out Kristina targeted Ava for death and almost killed Rick and Elizabeth instead. I am quite certain Alexis and Sunny neither one want to give Ava a dime. But unless somebody pays up, I actually don't think putting Kristina into Shady Brook will be enough to stop Ava. I think this may turn into a whole negotiation where Alexis and Sunny offer Ava a huge payday if she and Rick don't press charges. But Molly is still a wild card in the mix, and they may not be able to control what she does when she finds out what her unhinged sister, Kristina, did to her dad, Rick. In the world of soap operas, where twists, betrayals, and shocking decisions are a daily occurrence, General Hospital has always kept its audience on the edge of their seats. One of the most recent plotlines involving Alexis Davis and her daughter Kristina Corinthos Davis has left viewers questioning what lengths a mother will go to protect her child. The dramatic turn of events surrounding Alexis' decision to commit Kristina to a psychiatric ward has not only added another layer of tension to the long-running storyline, but has also sparked heated debates among fans. What is Alexis really trying to achieve, and could this move be more than just a mother trying to protect her daughter? Kristina, who has already been through quite a lot in her young life, finds herself once again at the center of a dangerous situation. This time, it is not just her usual rebellious behavior that has her caught in a web of intrigue, but rather a more serious allegation: murder. As her life spirals out of control, the people around her, especially her family, are left grappling with the moral and ethical implications of the decision. As the determined mother that she is, has been struggling to protect Kristina from the fallout of her past actions. And it appears that her decision to have Kristina committed to a psychiatric institution may be her last-ditch effort to save her from facing serious legal consequences. The decision to commit Kristina comes at a time when the young woman is at the heart of a murder investigation. Kristina has been implicated in a case where the circumstances are murky at best. As the investigation progresses, her involvement in the crime becomes increasingly difficult to deny. It's no secret that Alexis has a complicated history when it comes to dealing with the law, and her decision to shield Kristina from prosecution might be seen as an attempt to prevent her from following in her footsteps. However, some fans believe that Alexis's motivations run deeper, and her actions could have more far-reaching consequences for her family and the broader Port Charles community. In a shocking and emotionally charged episode, Alexis takes the ultimate step by having Kristina admitted to the psych ward. It's a decision that leaves many questioning whether Alexis is truly acting in her daughter's best interest, or if she is trying to manipulate the system to block Kristina's arrest and avoid a potentially life-altering trial. The move has caused a rift in the Davis family, with some members supporting Alex's decision and others vehemently opposing it. This divide only serves to highlight the complexities of the situation and the various emotional and legal conflicts at play. As the news of Kristina's commitment to the psychiatric facility spreads, reactions among the residents of Port Charles vary. Some, like Alexis's ex-husband, Sonny Corinthos, are supportive, understanding that Alexis is doing everything in her power to protect Kristina. Others, like the members of law enforcement, are less than thrilled with Alexis' decision. They view the commitment as a blatant attempt to avoid justice and are determined to ensure that Kristina faces the consequences of her actions. This ongoing conflict between protecting loved ones and facing the truth is something that has been a recurring theme on the show, and it's clear that this storyline is no exception. Kristina's situation is particularly precarious given her personal history. Throughout her life, she has struggled with her own sense of identity, dealing with everything from familial expectations to romantic entanglements. She's always been a character who has sought validation, at times through her relationships and at other times by rebelling against her family's wishes. However, the journey has often been one of self-discovery, with moments of growth and setbacks that have shaped her into the woman she is today. Now, as she faces the possibility of a murder charge, her past choices come back to haunt her, and she must confront the consequences of her actions head-on. Alexis, as a mother, has always been fiercely protective of her children, even when her actions have been morally ambiguous. She has faced her own battles with the law, and knows what it feels like to be caught in the crosshairs of the justice system. However, the line between protecting her daughter and enabling her actions is a fine one, and it's unclear whether Alexis truly believes that committing Kristina to the psych ward is the best course of action. It's possible that Alexis sees this as the only way to prevent Kristina from going to prison or facing a lengthy trial. But it's also clear that this move could have unintended consequences that could further tear the family apart. As the storyline unfolds, Alexis's decision to commit Kristina to a psychiatric facility raises significant questions about the lengths people are willing to go to in order to protect their loved ones. In Alexis's case, her maternal instincts have led her to make a bold and controversial choice, one that is sure to have ripple effects throughout Port Charles. It remains to be seen whether Kristina's commitment will be the final straw for her family or whether it will be the catalyst for a larger, more dramatic resolution. What is clear, however, is that this storyline is far from over, and the repercussions of Alex's actions will likely reverberate for a long time to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.